Welcome to CDL exam practice test. Our topic today is railroad highway crossings, mountain driving and driving emergencies. Use the link in the description to download the app on the App Store for free practice tests. Number 1. How many types of railroad highway crossings are there? A. 3. B. 2. C. 4. D. 5. The correct answer is B. 2. Explanation. Railroad highway crossings are intersections where the roadway goes over train tracks. There are two types of railroad highway crossings, namely active and passive crossings. Number 2. What is the shape of pavement markings? A. A circle. B. A triangle. C. An X. D. A square. The correct answer is C. An X. Explanation. Pavement markings are known as advance warning signs painted on the road. They are in the shape of an X with the letters RR and a no passing marking on two-lane roads. Number 3. If no white stop line is painted on the road, how far must vehicles yield from the rail of the nearest track? A. At least 15 feet. B. At least 5 feet. C. At least 10 feet. D. At least 20 feet. The correct answer is A. At least 15 feet. Explanation. Signifying the grade crossing, crossbuck signs instruct you to give the train the right of way. If you do not see a white stop line painted on the road, this means vehicles that are required to stop must yield at a distance of 15 feet or more than 50 feet from the rail of the nearest track. Number 4. What are often attached to safety gates? A. Safety locks. B. Yellow lights. C. Green lights. D. Red lights. The correct answer is D. Red lights. Explanation. Railroad highway crossings often feature safety gates with flashing red lights and bells. Stop as soon as the lights begin to flash and before the gate lowers across the road. Stay stopped until the gates go up and the lights have stopped flashing. Number 5. What do we need to do when passing a crossing with double tracks? A. Use horns. B. Look both ways. C. Look for the lights. D. Proceed as fast as possible. The correct answer is B. Look both ways. Explanation. Double tracks require a double check. When approaching a crossing with double tracks, always look both ways before proceeding. A train on one track may conceal a train on the other track. Once one train has gone through the crossing, make absolutely certain no other trains are nearby before driving across the tracks. Number 6. What do you not need to do when stopping at railroad highway crossings? A. Honk your horns to notify others around of your presence. B. Look for traffic in back of you while slowing to a stop. C. Switch on your four-way emergency flashers. D. Utilize a pull-out lane. The correct answer is A. Honk your horns to notify others around of your presence. Explanation. It is essential that you completely stop your vehicle at grade crossings under some circumstances. When stopping, remember to look for traffic in back of you. While slowing to a stop, utilize a pull-out lane if one is available and switch on your four-way emergency flashers. Number 7. Which of the following does not have low clearance underneath? A. Lowboy. B. Moving van. C. Car carrier. D. SUV. The correct answer is D. SUV. Explanation. It is recommended to use special caution when driving vehicles with low underneath clearance that can get stuck on raised crossings. Low clearance underneath vehicles includes lowboy, car carrier, moving van and possum belly livestock trailer. Number 8. Which of the following statements is not true? A. There are no traffic control mechanisms at passive crossings. B. Railroad highway crossings are intersections where the roadway goes over train tracks. C. You decide entirely on your own whether to stop or go ahead when approaching active crossings. D. The distance and speed of an approaching train is usually difficult to determine. The correct answer is C. You decide entirely on your own whether to stop or go ahead when approaching active crossings. Explanation. Always dangerous, railroad highway crossings are intersections where the roadway goes over train tracks. You should approach these types of crossings with the assumption that a train is coming. The distance and speed of an approaching train can be very difficult to determine. There are passive crossings and active crossings. Since there are no traffic control mechanisms at passive crossings, you decide entirely on your own whether to stop or go ahead. Active crossings are clearly marked with a traffic control mechanism such as flashing red lights, with or without bells, or flashing red lights combined with bells and gates to regulate traffic. Number 9. What must drivers do when approaching a public railroad highway crossing marked by a round, black on yellow sign? A. Slow down and stop at the tracks. B. Look both ways and cross with caution. C. Speed up and cross railroad tracks as fast as possible. D. Pull over to the side and let other vehicles go ahead. The correct answer is A. Slow down and stop at the tracks. Explanation. Prior to approaching a public railroad highway crossing, you will see a round, black on yellow sign warning you to slow down, watch and listen for the train, and be prepared to stop at the tracks if a train is coming. It is a mandatory requirement for all passenger and hazmat carrying vehicles to stop. Number 10. What will slow your vehicle down when you drive uphill and increase your speed when you drive downhill? A. Wind flow velocity. B. Friction. C. Heat of road surface. D. Gravitational force. The correct answer is D. Gravitational force. Explanation. Gravity is a big factor when driving through mountainous areas. It will slow your vehicle when you are driving uphill and increase your speed when driving down. Remember to shift into a lower gear to help the vehicle pass the hill easily and safely. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for updated videos every week.